What's up, everybody? It's me, Crosspatch. Welcome back to my Madden 21 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We are taking on the Cleveland Browns at home today. We are currently 12-0 on the season. Cleveland is mostly out of the playoff picture here at 7-5. But, you know, a divisional opponent. We want to play well today. Playing on all Madden. Anything can happen. And we'll get this thing underway. Wearing some more throwback gear today, as we did our last home division game. And here comes Taylor Haynes. Taylor Haynes is quickly becoming an adversary of this Steelers team. Almost ended up as Steeler. We're going to draft him. Elected to go with Dakota Cavanaugh instead, and I think we definitely made the right choice on that. But every time we see this Haynes guy, he is tough, so we'll see how it goes today. And of course, we got to worry about Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs in the league. You can see what he did last week there.
15 carries, 111 for yards and a touchdown.
And we are just coming off a week where we racked up our fourth superstar receiver for this team. Fifth if you count our tight end. Oh, and I missed that hit stick. That brings up that's a first down. That brings up a 1st and 10. So we now have 4 superstar wide receivers on this team, 3 superstar X Factors, and a superstar X Factor tight end. Oh man! Chubb just dismisses Fitzpatrick, but he's dropped for a 1-yard loss nevertheless. And they're coming out with 4 wide receivers. We're going to take a little bit of a chance here, try to get some pressure on the edge here with them.
So what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage,
Edmonds makes a tackle. That brings up a 3rd and 4. And I think we're going to go back to our nickel with some pressure.
When you want to throw the ball downfield, you want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves.
And he's wide open. A little bit of a self-imposed pick there, maybe. And we're staying with this. And our corners, once again, struggling to match up against these Cleveland receivers. Kind of the same story every time we play these guys.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards. Got the speed, the agility.
Bush chases him down in the backfield. That brings up a 2nd and goal. We're going to stay with this. Drop coverage here for now, I think. There's Chubb. Gets a couple. Fitzpatrick takes him down. And now we got 3rd and goal. Let's keep these guys out of the end zone.
Because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this for
make the tackle? And it could have been worse. They're going to line up for a field goal most likely here.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game.
All right, so we hold them to 3. They move the ball down the field pretty quickly. We stand up to them in the red zone.
After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
Feels like a win for the defense. Indeed it does. And here comes Cobb. Cobb is going to play a bit of a bigger role in our offense today, I believe. We're going to give him a shot over the next few weeks, I think. Here's Dakota Cavanaugh. Lights out again in his second year in the league. And he's the guy that makes it all happen in this offense. Along with his all the great receivers he's got surrounding him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him?
There's Clay Peterson.
His teammates talking to him about it. He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now.
Gain of 16 for our perennial All-Pro tight end.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities.
See if we can get Deontay Johnson involved in a little bit in this game. He was a ghost last game. There he is.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's in.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson gets a little forgotten about in this offense sometimes.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out.
Last game we were trying to get that breakout for the rookie number 2, J.J. Lowry, and ended up forcing the ball to him all game long.
He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Those games aren't always a lot of fun when you're trying to get those breakouts. I mean, you want to get them if you can, but forcing the ball to one guy all game so he makes his gets his yards or gets his touchdowns. All right, let's go. Let's stop these guys. And I'm covering a tight end. I hate covering tight ends. There we go. Gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6 here. And we're coming with pressure. And who jumped? They did.
Few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year. So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes.
Bad throw. Brings up 3rd and 11. We're going to go with our nickel here. We're going to go cover 3. Limit his options here. And hopefully get them off the field. There's a guy wide open if he sees him. But he's taken down by Derek Lindsey. Our bookend pass rusher opposite TJ Watt. So these uniforms the Steelers are wearing today, these date back to the early 1960s. That was a time of Buddy Parker, head coach Buddy Parker, and John Henry Johnson, Dick Hoke. They had an aging Bobby Lane, who came over from Detroit around then. It was a time of optimism for the Steelers, but unfortunately never amounted to much.
As they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake.
Let's go a little play fake. Put that ball low so we don't. Oh, there's Johnson again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way.
All right.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the young buck showing
Let's go.
agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
Empty Steeler? No, let's go empty bunch. See if we can get our tight end on a nice lazy poster out here. Dakota Cavanaugh is in the zone. There he is. All right. We're moving the ball.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
There is Lowry on the wheel route down to the 4. I guess the 4.
7 yards the pickup there.
And we're gonna hit. That's the end of the first quarter. We're gonna look to Juju Smith-Schuster on a slant route here, I think. There he is.
Second down, ball on
Yeah.
the 3. First down.
This ought to be all right. There we go.
And it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Smith-Schuster still rolling around on the ground
And the Steelers, they
after all these years. And my kicking is going off the rails again. I know, Coach. I always hate to disappoint Coach.
Now he's back out there to boom this.
Number one rule of this franchise, make sure Coach is happy. Keep Coach happy.
About the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30.
All right, so up by 10. And they're coming out with 4 wide receivers. So that means we're going to play a little pressure game on them. And there's Chief. Is that Watt? Yep, there he is. TJ Watt missed 4 games this season. Missed 4 games this season, still has 17 sacks on the year.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
That's a... Oh, man, I backed off. I backed off because I thought I read him setting up a screen over there.
He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And once again, we're going to keep these guys off the field. Get these guys off the field if we can. On third down.
And this play going to be stopped and it's
4th and 9.
32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately.
Let's go, Lowry.
Catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he
Dancing around, goes nowhere. And we are going to try to get Juan Cobb going a little bit here.
Return 50 on the punt.
We've been struggling with Connor the past couple of games. Cobb looked pretty darn good at the end of last game. So we'll see. A little experiment never hurts, especially late in the season. Go to our power running game. He is definitely a power back.
How they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On second down now.
There's a nice gap.
Just short of the 44. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only
Keep
they
it
stay on
going.
the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
First carry for James.
Oh, there's Connor.
And he's got some space here.
I guess Connor's doing all right too. I didn't realize I had him in there.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what. Every time I dismiss James Conner, he
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
he makes himself known.
Runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident.
Let's
running
go,
the
Cobb.
A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together.
It doesn't go anywhere. That means we're going back to the slant.
It's easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up
To Smith-Schuster.
to throw on second down. Cavanaugh. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
On the ground he goes.
Smith-Schuster.
And let's not miss this extra point.
Second of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively.
All right.
Every time, and they've got
So we're getting a jump on these guys.
Adjustments we used to
Division opponent.
adjustments, right?
Playing on all Madden. You never know what can happen.
Got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And let me guess, it's a hold or a block in the back. Yep, there it
I
is.
think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Well, they're not literally going backwards.
Not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On first down, Haynes.
And there's Hooper fighting for yards.
It'll be a gain of
And
6.
that's a gain of 6. So if you've ever wondered about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the logo on their helmets, that is actually it's called a steel mark. That is that's a logo that's owned by the American Iron and Steel Institute. And in 1962, as sort of a promotional thing, they put it on the Steelers' helmet. You know, Pittsburgh being the Steel City. And the Steelers went 9-5, which was pretty good for them back then.
Haynes. Left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.
So ever since then, they've kind of used that. Well, there may have been a few years until they adopted it, but that's where it came from. Steelers were allowed to change the writing from Steel to Steelers. But that's what that logo is from.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. On the carry, it's Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no.
Edmonds takes Chubb down. No gain. And once again, we're going to go to our, well, we're probably going to see the 2-minute warning here. And we're going to go to our cover 3. Big hit by Edmonds. No help from me. And we're going to take a timeout there.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So we're going to have 2 timeouts to work with. In no hurry to get down the field, maybe get another score before the end of the half. And they're missing field goals. So we've got a short field here. And I think we're on the right hash mark. Or the left hash mark. It matters what hash mark you're on when you're calling plays. Nope. Wrong hash mark. Alright, let's see if we can just flip this play. Those safeties didn't budge. That tells me something. Let's see.
Throwing on first down. Cavanaugh. He's going to float this.
There's Claypool. Yep.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Trying to get this in. Using our cross wheels play. Our trusty cross wheels play.
Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And there is, oh, knocked away. We'll go back to that. So we've got Brian Bowles, our rookie center, starting at right tackle again today. And we've got Will Wise back at center. And there's Lowry again. Get in there. And there's our newly ordained superstar wide receiver. Now he didn't get the superstar right away. He got that unknown the blue thing instead of a gold or a silver. Words escape me right now. Development trait. That's the word. So presumably once the season's over, he's going to be a superstar.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
All right, so let's see. What do we want to do? They've not been handling pressure well. Let's go with this Foxfire zone press. See what they do with that.
This is today's NFL.
Everybody's out of his whack here.
Get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you. Try and
TJ Watt back in pass coverage. Not always a good thing.
First of their 3 timeouts.
Yeah,
The stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Haynes. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Yeah, I think we should keep bringing pressure instead of
Right around the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
go defensive back blitz. See how they handle that.
From the gun. Haynes.
And that's how they handle it.
That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haynes. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Well, I got the hit stick. I wasn't able to break up the pass.
Brought down at the 20.
I think we're going back to our nickel here.
9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Haynes. That's caught over the middle.
And Cleveland is moving the ball,
He'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
but they let the clock run out.
So we've come to halftime.
They had a timeout. All the
We'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with
maybe you've been paying attention to the
halftime report.
Madden 22 information drops that have been going on.
In a bit, but first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL. Here
Let me know what you think of those in the comments, what you've seen so far. There's been a trailer out.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's
There's been some
broadcast.
promises for franchise mode, but stuff like that, simple things, like the CPU not knowing to call a timeout and kick a field goal. Like, that's been a problem for 15 years. Like, surely there's a fix they could have for that. All right, let's go.
On their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question can
Yep, we've got the division.
one seed.
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because
What we don't have is the number 1 seed yet, so we need a loss by the Jets. I haven't even been looking at the ticker on the bottom. We need a loss by the Jets
Even though the division
and the
title
Chiefs.
shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
See if we can get Smith-Schuster here.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watching that corner. See if he follows Connor. He does not, so we're going to go to our tight end. And, oh, he gets clobbered.
To his tight end.
And we do not pick up the first down, so we will look to Connor to get that.
It's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and run forward with Connor.
James Conner's having a decent game.
Short of the 45 at the
Every time I count him out, he comes back.
Not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down,
Let's
it's gonna be
go
a afternoon here at the stadium because
tight end in.
he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack.
And they are not covering Hayes. If they don't cover Hayes,
On the defensive
we're throwing
side,
this.
to start making plays.
If they don't pick him up. They usually do. We'll see what happens. And this time they decide to leave him all by himself.
He's going to look. It's caught.
And we will take it.
And into the end zone.
God knows the CPU has done that to me enough on blown coverages.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And he knocks it through.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps
So that play, I'm usually looking to the tight end on a deep dig. Sometimes he can split the zone for a bigger gain.
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
But if they're not going to cover him, I'm going to throw it.
That's okay because The guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
And here comes Haynes.
He's gonna have hair that looks like mine very soon.
Definitely not the threat he was earlier in the season when we saw him. At least thus far in this game.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker.
Chubb goes nowhere.
Okay, because I think what we would have seen is
coming out with four wide receivers. We will challenge them on that.
Going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
3rd and 5. We'll go back to our nickel and bring some pressure. They switch, we switch. Oh, almost intercepted by Darren Isaac.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one
And
in.
they are punting again.
Overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Can't complain too much about our defense so far in this one.
A return of 5, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
Pedal to the metal.
Definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
In the rearview mirror. All kinds of car metaphors here.
Together these drives that end up in points. It's almost like a run in basketball.
And we cannot block the corner.
And they're on a really big time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates
So we
to
don't
your
want to end up in
defense they're excited about getting the ball back.
3rd and long here, so we're going to
Well, they are
throw the ball.
right now. To throw on 2nd down.
Well, yikes, almost intercepted.
Man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 4 yards.
What do we got? 3rd and 7.
Sets up a 3rd down.
Kavanaugh with
Drag routes.
5 touchdown passes.
Stride, and he can pick up a
Is that
lot of
right?
yardage after the catch.
That doesn't
In this
seem right.
situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We might take a deep shot here. Maybe.
From the gun, Cavanaugh.
No.
And he took the
That I just had to get rid of.
throwing it.
I was looking at my outside receivers. Neither of them seemed to have a jump.
How about some applause
And,
for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring
And the safety stayed over the top.
The Steelers send out
So now we have a glimpse at
This offense has moved the ball
a rare
as
sight.
needed till here in the 3rd.
a Steelers punter.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Into the icy winter air.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Browns will take over.
All right, I could have been a little more on the ball with that last drive.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. So
Cleveland has an injury. Cobb gets
You look at what you're
Chubb gets a 4-yard gain there.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes looking left side. He's got
I
it.
kind of wish my corners, defensive backs, would be a little bit more aggressive when the ball's in the air. I don't know how to accomplish that other than, I mean, Fitzpatrick has acrobat on him. I don't know why he's not.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll get this one across.
Why he's not trying to make more plays.
Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Mike by 5. Mike 55. Mike by 5. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw. Haynes. That's out to Chubb.
Nice play by Edmonds.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss.
That gives them another 3rd and long here.
Selfish player, and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss.
May hear my dog in the background right now. I'm not sure. Hard for me to tell when I have the headphones
That's
on.
a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Isaac.
Complete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes...
All right, trading some punts here.
And no
See if we
return
can get this
here.
darn running game going.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there.
Cobb picks up a
Right now,
few.
I've forgotten what the score
2nd and 6, and I think we are gonna
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of
not
fun.
mess around like we did last time.
Going here in the third quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Cavanaugh. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots.
Yeah, Cobb is grinding it out a little bit.
And they will only muster a yard.
2nd and 9.
38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space.
We'll get this play off before the end of the quarter, I think.
Anything out of that run.
Coming to you. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Looking to throw on 2nd
There's
down.
Doug Middleton,
Oh, a battle.
number 2 tight end.
This will be caught.
Nice catch. I probably could have,
And that will do it for the third quarter of action.
with that coverage, I probably could have gotten a touchdown out of that
And that
if I had hot routed a couple of guys in different ways.
quarter of action. This is the National
But it is what it is.
EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Now Cobb. Not much there. Maybe a couple.
How is my-
Taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive
I
line
guess my
is-
right tackle's a superstar?
Sounds crazy.
He's got the star under him.
Back in training
That would
camp,
have to mean he's a superstar, right?
where it'd be extra defenders
Number
in the box
56?
coming after 'em, trying to keep them from
I did not know that.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last
Yeah, he's got a
one
star
good for
under him. What else could that mean, right?
Operating from the gun.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at the pass rush. I was looking at Smith-Schuster making his cut so that I could get that ball out there to him.
Down for a loss of 9.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a
Making some dumb mistakes in the second half here.
They're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Old Mo is a fickle man.
Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And we got a 4th and 1, and rather than kick a 50-yard field goal, I think we're going to go for this.
Offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love
And
the
a flag, of
communication we
course.
saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch.
Dalton
and stop
Harris.
short of a first down.
So that instead gives us what?
Over on the left side of that O-line.
4th and 11. We are not punting. We cannot punt twice in one game.
For them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now let's see how the offense still.
We
out
turn the
there.
ball over to him here. That's fine.
4th and 11. It's a short one here.
And did he get it?
And past the 35.
Yes, he did.
A yard or two shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down.
So I kind of feel like I got to put Connor back in here. I don't think Cobb is doing what I need him to do.
Fourth down call, doesn't matter the distance, stop to get it done.
There goes Connor.
And inside the 20 before
Yeah.
it's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12
I guess once again I learned my lesson.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity.
Keep Connor in there and let him do his thing. Even when he might struggle now and then.
Few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking
That's not a guy they want to see consistently.
All right, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 5. Now Connor. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, we only have the 21st rushing offense in the NFL. That's not so great.
Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run with Connor.
Connor bashes his way down to the 4.
First before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And we'll give it to him once more.
Pick up and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down,
Maybe we give it to him twice before we throw the slant this time.
you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing defensively.
And one of the differences in this
Since
game
we are ahead by 31 points.
And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd.
We'll go goal line
First
maybe.
step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my...
There's James Conner.
For a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 11th touchdown on the year. And this offense
So yeah, my right tackle had that hidden dev trait. He must have surpassed his number of plays he needed to play, and he must be a star or a superstar, I guess. So that's kind of good news. Because this team needs more superstars.
Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Yikes. And a face mask on top of it.
On the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Good Rich.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
55, come on, guys, 55. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Let me watch you guys.
On 1st and 10, Haynes.
And there's Derek Lindsey with another sack.
He's going to go down.
2nd of the day, 5th of the season.
That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw on 2nd down, Haynes. And he will find
Fitzpatrick wraps him up.
complete.
3rd and 10. So guess what?
It's safe to say
3rd and long. We're going back to our nickel as we come down to the 2-minute warning here. If you enjoyed this game, I hope you did. Go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. If you're a Steelers fan or just like to learn a little bit about how to get better at franchise mode. And what are they going to do here? They are going for it, and why shouldn't they? Oh, I guess they're not going for it. I don't know why my coordinators wanted me to be in a defense. Oh, and another terrible kick. Well, 59 yards. That's a long one. All right, so we're going to grind this out with a couple of runs. If you want to hang out, we're going to look at some statistics after this. See how our guys did, including James Conner, who, once again, I underrated.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game,
But we will get Cobb back in there a little bit, just for to keep Conner in good shape.
It doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes.
So we will be 13-0.
When they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run?
These Browns are probably knocked out of wild card contention with this loss. There goes Connor, destroying defensive backs.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 20.
That'll be the last play of the game. And we'll check out our stats. 41-3. Yeah.
Charles, it's one thing to win,
Cleveland's
it's another
coach
thing to win and put up the amount of
dejected.
points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.
So this Taylor Haynes, he put up quite a showing in our first meeting of the season. Not much of anything today.
You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
Yeah, we put up 400 and almost 500 yards of total offense on him. Yeah, he only had 183 passing yards. 183 passing yards, no interceptions, which may be more to the ineptitude of our cornerbacks than his precision. Cavanaugh, another great game. James Conner, once again, I had written him off, and he comes up with 128 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Cobb didn't do bad either. You know, if he were to progress a little bit, he probably would be, you know, a good back in place of Conner. Peterson had the most receptions. Let's see. Smith-Schuster, 3 for 12. Well, we really did spread the ball around today. Look at this. Hayes, 2 for 64. Claypool, 2 for 59. Johnson, 2 for 83. I mean, that's a spreading the ball around for sure. And Edmonds led the team in tackles. Lindsey had 2 sacks. Bush 1. Watt 1. No interceptions. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Whatever you decide to do, I hope you have a great day. And I will see you next game.